Hey guys, MentionedRock here with,
Emil for the win.
and this is the weekly respawn.
Bethesda is advertised as being in trouble for denying the refunds. They have all right to deny a refund, especially when you click that fucking sign thing that says you will not get a refund for the purchase. They have all right to deny refunds. They reserve all rights.
Yeah,
Yeah, all their purchases. It says right here, if you make a digital purchase, you cannot get a refund for it, according to the company. So that goes for all purchases, not just Fallout 76. All their purchases, they do not do refunds. Bethesda, I have never known to do a refund.
yeah, I've never heard of them ever doing a refund for digital purchases.
No, not even just digital. I'm talking about game discs. If you buy a
Really?
disc through them, they don't do refunds. You have to buy it through like GameStop or Walmart or whatnot. None of those places do a refund either once you open the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So here's the thing. Think of it like that. You bought the game, you opened the game. Who takes a fucking refund off of that?
Nobody.
GameStop will do a trade in, but you're not going to get all your money back.
Yeah, they'll either do a trade in or fucking, if it's quote unquote a faulty disc, they'll fucking trade you discs. Other than that you're not getting any money back for it. Because for all they know, you could have easily just played the game and either beat it, which I doubt because it's not even story based Fallout 76. But
Oh, yeah, no, there's no way to just beat the
there's no way
game.
to be like
It's a
beat the
straight
game
online
and
game.
yeah. I mean, I get that's why people are wanting refunds because they were expecting like a story out of it. But I mean, at the same
No,
time,
people wanted a refund. You could tell people wanted a refund because it went on sale. That's literally it.
yeah, that too. I mean, I've heard other things. It's a lot of
Like,
fucking
I can
things, but
understand if somebody wanted a refund for it not having a campaign or it being terrible with some of the bugs. I can understand some of that.
yeah,
But they bought it a couple days before Black Friday and then asked for a refund on Black Friday.
yeah, that's
That
that's
tells you right then and there they bought it. They want to fucking get it on Black Friday.
yeah, they jumped the gun too soon and bought it before Black Friday, which you would think, oh hey, Black Friday's coming, it will probably be on sale. I should wait, but
Yeah.
no.
Nope. They didn't want to wait. And that's what you get for don't waiting.
uh, but yeah.
Another big thing that's pissed people off apparently was they got a nylon bag instead of the canvas bag.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that.
Come the
People
fuck
have been
on. It's
outraged.
a
It's like
bag. First
it's just a
off,
bag. It's like
it's a bag. You got your fucking power armor helmet. Does it matter if the bag is canvas or nylon, in all honesty?
I mean, shit. If I was personally, if I was someone that was a fan and everything, I'd be happy for the fucking helmet. I don't care what the bag's quality is,
Yeah,
like
here's
what
the thing.
it is.
It wasn't a matter of the bag was going to be too expensive to do in the canvas or whatnot. They couldn't get enough of the material in the first place. So that's the whole
Yeah.
reason they switched to the nylon. It's not like, oh, this person got a canvas bag, but this person got a nylon. No,
No,
everyone
everybody
got a
across the board
nylon
got the same shit.
because they couldn't get the material needed to make enough because too
Yeah.
many people wanted it. Because they put out more Power Armor editions this year than they did for the Pip Boy editions
Yeah.
of Fallout 4. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I feel these days people just want to find something to complain and write about these days.
Yeah, and here's the thing, they went above and beyond and they apologized inside the fucking container. They apologized, said we didn't have enough to make the canvas bags, so we decided to switch them out with nylon bags. So here is 500 atoms, which is the in-game currency, to use
Yeah.
at your own discretion. In
And I
my
mean
eyes,
that would be fair enough for the
that's
apology.
fair enough, honestly. But here's the thing, they're just trying to pick every little thing they can to win this class action lawsuit, which if they win this class action lawsuit, my faith in humanity is going to be out the window.
Well, yeah, because then it makes any other like developers or
It's going to
get
force other
targeted.
developers to have to do refunds.
Yeah, and it's going to be something that's just not good for just the community and just gaming in general because then it's going to be a fear for like if something's not right or something they're going to have to bow down to. I mean, like we're consumers ourselves and stuff, but it's like there's times where it's like yeah, you can understand and have an understanding that yeah, the fucking bag isn't whatever quality they were saying it could have been, but at least they made up for it.
They attempted to make up for it.
Yeah, it's like they put an effort at least to make up for it. It's not like they said, "Well, sorry, you're fucked. We're not gonna do anything about it."
Yeah, they could have always just said, "Oh, well, sorry, you guys aren't getting a bag." They
Like
didn't
they could
have
have done
to
that,
change the
but
bag and then give you 500 atoms.
yeah, so it's like in a way, people should really think about like, well, at least they try to make up.
Here's the
No
thing:
need to like
you
riot
you
about
spent
it.
$200, you bought the package. Let's be 100% honest. You didn't buy the package for the bag. You bought the package for the fucking helmet. In all
Exactly.
honesty, you didn't even. I'm pretty damn certain once you saw the announcement for the package, you didn't see the other shit. All you saw was the fucking helmet. So that's why you went and bought it. You didn't
Yeah,
buy it
that's the
for anything
whole point
else.
of it. Most of it was that helmet. That's the whole point of it.
That honestly, that's the whole reason I bought it. I bought one edition for my PC, and I bought the Power Armor edition for my Xbox. I bought it for the helmet.
Yeah, I mean that's a fucking nice looking helmet to fucking mount on your wall or something.
No, you can wear it.
No, I know. I'm just trying to be funny about it, but
Yeah, no,
yeah.
you can wear it. It's actually pretty nice if you can fit your head in it.
Oh, my head probably would not fit that thing.
Yeah, it fits my wife's head. She's got a small head.
Well, there you go. Oh man. But no, I could hop into some of it. I've been seeing a lot about it. I'm not going to read too much of this article. I'll still put it in the links that we put on Discord, guys.
Okay.
But there's a lot of images that have been leaked and released for Resident Evil 2's remake. And a lot of it has to do with the character models like Ada, Leon, Mr. X, um, and then just different variations of costumes. Not costumes. What am I talking about? Like just different. A brain can't click to it. The models of the characters and just how realistic it looks when you look at it. And I've seen some of these pictures. There's been other channels that have already covered it by now, but
I'm pretty
if you
damn sure.
guys if you guys see in this article that we have, there's images here that show. See, I don't know the character model they have. Oh, it's of Sherry Birkin, and I they have all these different images for it.
Yeah, you're speaking gibberish to me.
I am speaking gibberish. I'm all mixed up today.
For somebody who doesn't know anything about Resident Evil, you're speaking complete gibberish to me, first off.
I
Second
know.
off, I want to apologize for this being so late.
Yeah, this is gonna be a late one, guys. It'll probably be not out until like
I wouldn't
the
expect it
evening
till
our time.
tomorrow, honestly.
I'll try to push it for today, guys. I'll do the best I can to work on it
Make
to
it the
get it out
best you
today.
absolutely can. But before
But
you
if I have to make it just as best quality as we can, it'll probably be out tomorrow, which would be Sunday.
Yep, I was late. I've been sick all week, so I haven't really been able to prepare. And then yesterday I was super busy. So,
Yeah, so pretty much it almost could have been a situation like our week 2 podcast almost. Except my computer's shit, so I don't know how I would have managed that.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been a video this week if I didn't fucking slam NyQuil and DayQuil all week. Yeah, because I pretty much,
Oh, man.
as soon as we did our last recording last Saturday, I pretty much got sick. The very next
Yep.
day, I was sick. But another thing that I wanted to glance over real quick, it was in the Could Fallout 76 really spark a class action lawsuit? The link. It is Gamers Done Quick cuts ties with speedrunners over pretty offensive comments. Gamers Done Quick is they're a prominent charity. It's a charity event that takes place once every year. They have cut ties with speedrunners because they are indulging in slut shaming, scientific sexism, and transphobia, including use of the T slur, which is, just so you know, pretty awful, as they put it in the link. It's actually really weird to see that Gamers Done Quick, the charity event, is cutting ties with speedrunners
Wow.
when speedrunners are the whole reason that charity event started, because it's games done quick.
Yeah.
Our White Goose, speedrun historian, who ran games like Mario 64, GoldenEye, and Graviton, who was planning to run Doom 64 at this January's awesome GDQ, were the two biggest uh, problems with these slurs and offensive comments. So it's just crazy.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, they are not allowed to represent GDQ at any future event, nor will they be associated with GDQ in any particular way. So it sounds to me like they're trying to cut them from existence completely.
Yeah. I mean, so they're the one that they did the slut shaming and stuff and whatnot. The ones that they're pretty much cutting out of existence.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see why they're doing that.
I could see why they're doing that too. But it goes on to say, if people actively promote prejudice and harm of marginalized people, just kick them out. Is this really that hard? Just kick them out. Don't associate the whole group with
Yeah,
those two. It goes
because
back to the
you
old
know, a few rotten
saying.
apples and then there's good apples. You know, you can't just say, "Oh, the apples are bad." You know.
It goes back to the old saying, trial by association. But yeah, that works in a sense for trial by association. But those are two speedrunners that have been in speedrunning for a very long time. They have different viewpoints than the people who speedrun nowadays.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were pretty bad, honestly. Just I got to watch one of the interviews with one of the heads of GDQ's charity. Some of the things they said were pretty awful,
Yeah.
really, really bad. So I can understand cutting those two, but they shouldn't have to penalize the whole speedrunner community, because the
Yeah.
speedrunner community, there's some really great people in there.
Yeah. And it's funny. Speaking of which, you know, just how they represent themselves and what they say and everything. It makes me think of Have you seen that one video that's been going around about a Twitch streamer that doesn't have a big following, but he thinks he's a god complex or whatever kind of person?
I'm sure I've seen the video somewhere, but off the
Yeah, it's
top of my
somewhere
head,
floating
no.
around. For those of you that know it, I mean, the guy. I think I'll find the video and I'll post it in the Discord so you guys can see it yourselves. But they were asking. He was being asked questions by his we could say small following that he has. I think he has like he doesn't have that many followers to be bragging or saying that he's someone that's big or something on Twitch.
Was he comparing himself to like Ninja?
See, he wasn't comparing himself to anyone. He thought he was on a god level and that none of his followers should relate to him because he said he's better than all of them. And that is horrible.
Really?
You have a following, and it's not a big following, but those people are gonna leave you if you say that you're better than them, and they cannot relate to you and not talk to you, and not just anything to do with you, and they're just garbage to you. If I had someone else following say that, I'd be like, well, bye.
Here's the
if you're gonna
thing.
be someone like that, you can't be someone
You
doing
can't
stuff like that and act like you're
you
someone that's
can't
better.
expect to be a good Twitch streamer if you're going to act like that.
Yeah, and it's horrible. Like I saw, and the guy that was hosting it on, for like the people to come talk to the streamer and everything and ask questions. The host of it was, you could see in his face that he didn't want to be there once he started talking.
Wow.
Like he didn't want to host and have this guy there talking anymore. Like he tried to stop him, and he was still saying like, it's like a god, but not really god complex and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna quote everything because I don't know, I can't remember everything, so I don't want to say anything that's like not to the point of what he said. But he pretty much compared himself as a god, and no one else is able to relate or conversate to him or be friends to him, anything like that. And yeah, that's
Wow.
pretty bad.
That's really bad.
So I'll find the video, guys, and I'll put it in the link drops that we have on the Discord.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that was a little slice of something that came to my mind, me watching this week and seeing about just floating around for a while now.
Did you hear that the FCC has taken aim at loot box?
I've heard some stuff, but not a whole lot yet. But I'm looking at that right now on this next part here.
Gambling is generally not something you want in products offered, often marketed to children, but that's essentially what loot boxes are.
Pretty much little roulette machines with shiny prizes inside.
How
Wow.
can you compare loot box to a fucking roulette machine?
It's there's it's not the same.
It's not you're gambling on it every month. It's you pay for it. You don't know what you're going to get, but you know that what it's going to be based around.
Yeah, you know what you're getting. At least when you're playing roulette, you don't know if you're getting anything out of it.
Here's the thing, in roulette, you have a chance to lose all your money. In loot box, they're at least sending you stuff. So it's
Yeah,
not it's
you're
not a fucking
guaranteed something.
gamble. A gamble is when you put your money down and then you don't know if you're going to get your money back, if you're going to get anything, or if you're just going to lose it all. That's gambling.
Yeah,
So it's just crazy to see that Australia and a bunch of other places are outlawing loot boxes because of it. That's and they're saying
it's
that the
insane.
game industry needs to regulate this.
See, I hear that a lot these days. That people are saying everything needs to be regulated, and I mean I don't like that.
They're trying to drop the ability of free speech.
I know, like I think Canada just recently, like flat out, completely now. There's like no free speech whatsoever.
That's ridiculous. How can you want that?
I don't know, and I mean there are certain groups in the world that want that, but that's not the majority. So they shouldn't just like. I'm not gonna get too into it, but it's like there's a certain group, and it's not the majority. It shouldn't be the way that something goes through that inflicts and goes through everybody.
Yeah.
when decisions. It can't be just like, oh, well, we got to appease this group and everybody else has it's something that shouldn't be a thing, but apparently in certain places in the world it is.
That's ridiculous. It's just loot box isn't a gamble. Why would they make it out to be a gamble?
Yeah.
So they have officially announced Far Cry New Dawn. They have given the release date and the price of the editions because they're releasing two editions. Um,
Okay.
and it's crazy. So Far Cry New Dawn is going to be taking place in the exact same area as Far Cry 5, which at the end of it, spoiler alert, if you haven't beat the game by now, which is crazy if you haven't, they saw nukes dropping from the sky. So it wiped out all life in Hope County. New Dawn jumps forward about roughly 17 years when human and animal life is able to return. So that's nuts. It takes
Yeah.
longer than 17 years for nuclear radiation to go away.
Yeah.
But this game is set to come out 3 days before my birthday, so February 18th, and it's going to be $40 for the game.
Oh, just $40?
40 bucks.
That's actually not a bad price. At
Yeah,
least it's not
that's
$60.
40 bucks on Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, the actual store, in-game store, and Target. And same thing on PC. They're selling it on Steam and Ubisoft for 40 bucks.
Wow. That's a pretty bold move, you know?
Yeah, and if you pre-order it, you get the Unicorn Assault Trike. And it is pretty funny looking.
I just saw that right now.
It is pretty funny looking. But it's set to take place around two twins, or and they're pretty much wreaking havoc. So
Yeah,
I have
it
no
kind
idea
of gives
how
you
it's gonna
that
go.
gist of it right now. I can see that. Oh yeah, they even also have with the deluxe edition
Yep, the
is
deluxe
50
edition you get
bucks.
all of that for 50 bucks. So you get the SVD Claymore, which is a sniper rifle. You get the Night Pack, the Herc Legacy Pack, and then two guns. So the Night Pack, you get the SVD Claymore and the Sidecar Motorbike. With the Herc Legacy Pack, you get the Wrath M249. So it is a light machine gun. You get the Legacy Off-Roader car and the Hercling outfit for the Herc Legacy Pack. And then you get the M133M shotgun in the RAT4 rocket launcher. That is
Oh,
50 bucks. Plus you get the
that's 50
unicorn trike.
bucks.
So for 10 bucks more, you get a bunch of shit and it's still less than most AAA games.
Yeah, so I'd say that's a pretty bold move for them to,
So
lower the price. So
when I saw that and I saw the prices and I saw it's taking place in Far Cry 5's area, it made me think, is this just a DLC?
I'm starting to feel like it could be a DLC instead of a game,
They're saying
which
it's
would
an
be a
actual
shame.
game, but from the looks of it and
It
how
looks
it's
like it's
acting,
just
it just looks like it could just be a DLC. They could have made it into a DLC.
yeah, and if that is the case, that would be a shame.
I'm gonna be really upset.
That
But
would
they're
be
placing
that would
it
be
in
a
the
shame
exact
if it
same
was.
area, so they put no effort into making the layout of the area, aside from making it post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
But it's the same map. Nothing's really changed. Just more stuff's broken down. Stuff has holes in it.
Yeah, and
It's
it,
mixing
in
Fallout with
the
Far Cry 5
yeah, I was about to say,
and Layman's Turn.
like, I mean, it would be a shame if they did make it as a DLC, but if they did make it as a game again, I would guess props to them for being bold on doing it as $40. And I guess if it's anything, they could probably have used Far Cry 5's layout, and then just did some changes, and put their different storyline for it that continues afterwards on
Yeah,
the same map, but repurpose everything to look how it looks in these images.
it sounds to
Then
me like they're
yeah,
trying to
that's
take a peek at Destiny and Destiny 2, where you spend $80 and get a DLC for the game.
yeah, it looks like that could be the approach, but time will tell once it
I really hope
has.
it's not just a DLC that they're like, you know what? Let's cut this from the actual game. Let's make it its own game, and then let's release it to the public as a money grab. I really hope this isn't just a money grab, cause I like Far Cry. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I like Far Cry myself. I've been a fan of it for
They're fun.
I think
It's fun to
since
kill some
three.
time, man.
I played it since Far Cry 3. So I haven't played previous ones, but since 3 and up, I've been a fan. I've never had any complaints for it. It's always been fun. And I mean, I currently own 3, 4, and 5.
I
So
think the only Far Cry I didn't play was Far Cry Primal.
I've played Primal. That one I have mixed feelings for, but it was good as well. But I still have mixed feelings for it.
In
It
my
was it was a
eyes,
good game,
Far
but it
Cry
was
3 was my favorite one, in 100% honesty.
I'd say for me it was 4. 4 was one of my favorite out of them all that I've played.
Really.
Yeah,
What? I. Okay.
because for me with 4 you can play the actual story stuff or in the story with someone instead of 3 they kind of did like a different story off to the side, I think, if I remember correctly, when you played with someone.
Hmm. Yeah.
I like that the fourth one they actually let you have someone join you in the actual story instead of its own thing and it was off to the side, which I like that about 3 as well. But I just like when games give you the option to play with someone and you're actually playing the story.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why 4 was my favorite over 3.
I like 3 because of the hunting system, in all honesty, where there was really no level system. It was you hunt to get what you needed.
Yeah, that I'll give you that. 3, I like that about it. But I don't know. I guess I liked 4 just for the game how it was, and I guess the leveling up system was kind of like, it could have been better if they just left it how it was without a leveling system.
Yeah, it honestly Far Cry was better without the leveling system.
Yeah, I do believe that. I think just the whole major point that I liked about 4 over 3 was the story factor that you could play with someone the story. Other than that, I guess I will say 3 was not my favorite, but I'd say just at par with 4 for me. But there's differences in between, obviously, that I'll take or leave it, kind of deal.
Well, nothing we can do at this point.
Yeah. But again, it'd be a damn shame if they try to do it as a money grab.
Yeah, I hope it. Again, I hope it's a good.
Because I mean, for $40, it's bold and all, but it feels like a money grab if they have it at that low of a price for supposedly a game that continues after the fifth.
Yeah, I hope they're not pulling a. I hope they're not stepping away from the AAA style games.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really bad if they do that. Um, but here's the thing: you look at State of Decay 2, not a AAA game. It released for around that price as well. I think it was 50 and 60 instead of 40 and 50. But it was actually a really good game. But Far Cry has been a AAA game series before, so it's weird to see them taking this step. That's what makes me honestly think it's going to be a DLC that was cut from the game.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it too, with just a little bit. But then again, we don't know until it's closer to the release.
Actually, let me find out right now.
Is there like a pre-order on Xbox?
Nope. I'm trying to find out the DLCs that they added in Far Cry 5. So, in Far Cry 5, their DLCs were Dead Living Zombies, Hours of Darkness, which is a time traveling trip back to Vietnam, and Lost on Mars, which was you fight Martian spiders. When the game first released, I can guarantee that this was a DLC now. When the game first released, there were 4 slots for DLC.
Yeah.
It's only showing 3 now.
Ah, see, see.
So that means they cut this and they turned it into its own game. So I don't know. I really don't know how I feel at this point now.
Yeah, it's kind of a an iffy situation.
Looks like it was just a money grab now.
Yeah, it seems like it. So it's pretty much like they don't have any ideas for a new game, and it's been what since they had Far Cry 5 out, like
Uh,
late 2017, I want to say,
me.
or I think early 2018.
Far Cry 5 was March of 2018.
Oh, see, it's only been this year, and they're already wanting to make another game, but yet it has to do with 17 years later
Yeah,
on the
they're
same
releasing the
place.
game a month before they typically release Far Cry games.
Yeah. So basically, it's a money grab. They just want to milk out the people that are fans of Far Cry and get them to buy pretty much Far Cry 5 with just a slightly different, well,
Post-apocalyptic
obviously
feel.
a post-apocalyptic story.
So,
So it's pretty much like, oh, we're going back into Far Cry 5, except it's in a post-apocalyptic situation.
yeah, I'm actually kind of interested to see how it's going to look. I don't
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm too happy with how they're doing it, but I'm interested to see how it's gonna be, how it's gonna
yeah.
look.
I'll step off to the sideline before I touch it on buying it and see others play it first. See if it's even worth hopping into it.
I don't even think I'm gonna have a choice. I think it's gonna be downloaded to my Xbox when it comes out.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Well, I guess on my end, I will have a choice. So I guess I'll vicariously go through you. Decide to touch it.
But here's the thing. On top of that, 2019, they're planning on releasing another system, as is. It's probably going to be another Xbox One style system or PlayStation 4 upgrade. Kind of like how this year they released the One X and all that.
Yeah.
They officially released it last year, but its biggest sell point was this year for the One X. So 2019, they're planning on releasing another one. But in 2020, they are planning on releasing a console that is nicknamed, or they're rumored on releasing a console that is nicknamed Xbox Scarlett. They're calling the codename Scarlett.
Oh, okay.
Um, and this leak was done by Thurrett's Brad Sams. This guy has leaked everything before, and I mean everything from the end of Xbox 360 up till now, he has leaked everything from Xbox. So he released Project Scorpio. He was the one who leaked everything about Xbox One and when it was going to come out. He hasn't been wrong yet. So this rumor can be true or cannot be true. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping the rumor is true because next year is the year they're supposed to release the discless Xbox One. So that's what I was talking
Oh,
about. So next year there's going to be no disc platform, but it's going to be the One X system. But for the Scarlett, they're planning on releasing two systems at the same time, which is going away from normal. They're
yeah.
they're planning on releasing the full system and then a streaming only system. The streaming only system is going to be considerably lower, but you won't own an actual system. You'll own a thing that attaches to your TV and you stream the games through it instead of actually owning a system.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not a traditional console then. it's
Yeah. They're
it's
also
weird.
Sam's also mentioned something called digital attach, where when he did a dive into it, it looks like when you can only buy it from Microsoft because you completely customize your console when you buy it. So if when you went to buy it, you could have it set with 2 years of Xbox Live and Game Pass already installed and ready to go as soon as you get it.
Uh
And you can change some of the things about it. So that's really cool to hear that they're making it to where you can actually customize your system.
yeah,
So for people who want to spend more on their system, they can spend the more and they can get the nicer things. For people who just want the system, I'm sure they're going to release a base edition everywhere with just the system.
yeah.
But
Oh,
it's
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's
They're
really cool.
willing to do that.
They will be doing the work on AMD's Zen Tech 2. I am not a fan of AMD. If you know me, you know I do not like AMD.
Yeah, we had a conversation about that when I was browsing for desktops.
Intel, 100% I prefer. But the AMD's Zen Tech 2 or Zen 2 tech is supposed to be the next gen GPU tech. Nobody has seen this tech yet, but it's supposed to be in the Xbox Scarlett.
Hmm.
So and it's going to start out standard at the 4K 60 frames per second, not
Wow.
4K or 60 frames per second. If you want to go back 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it the end of the end of this insert, it's take everything with a grain of salt because it is unsubstantiated, but by no means an unofficial confirmation of anything and shouldn't be taken to the bank as such. That said, like I said before, Sam's has a history of releasing Xbox related stuff and he hasn't been wrong. So if you want to place your bets, this would be the correct thing to place your bets on. Also, it mentions a little bit about PlayStation 5 being released in 2020 as well.
Well, see, that was something I had no knowledge about.
Yeah, I just opened up my browser yesterday and you know how it
Okay,
pops up.
now I got something funny to say here, but did you scroll more down past that last part there, and you just see these random faces of people?
Overpaying at Amazon and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what in the hell am I looking at when I'm scrolling to the bottom here?
It's comicbook.com.
I know.
But
Well,
yeah,
hey
I
guys, if
opened a
you want
new
to
tab.
laugh, there's some weird images at the bottom.
I opened a new tab, and if you scroll down, it gives you like, oh, you might want to check this out or might want to check that out. That's where I found this at, and I saw that. I'm like, huh, that's really cool.
Huh. Yeah, I get those tabs too. So that's how I've been finding some of the stuff I've been finding for the podcast, especially the Resident Evil 2 stuff, which I'm not even gonna have
I'm
this in
honestly
it this
surprised they're
week.
even
It's
gonna
it's
have
it's
anything
it's gonna
Resident Evil
be
2.
it's gonna be like I'm gonna remove all those parts of Resident Evil 2 I talked about because it made no sense because my brain wasn't thinking properly.
Oh, it's fine.
I'll leave it. It's gonna be comical.
Hey, it's fine. I think we talked a little bit about the we talked about the lawsuit. I think we
We
have a
talked
I
about
think
Walmart's bullshit PCs.
I think I started recording during the bullshit PCs. So, as a quick recap, guys, we talked a little bit about Xbox Scarlett and the specs that it is hoping to have, which mentioned a little bit about PlayStation 5, the expected time of release. We also talked about Far Cry New Dawn and how I believe it is going to be a DLC that was cut from the game and made into its own game. Talked a little bit about the class action lawsuit for Fallout 76. We talked about the speedrunners. We talked about lawsuits against Lootbox. And we also talked about a little bit about how shitty Walmart PCs are releasing. And a little
With
bit about
all
Resident Evil 2.
that said, guys, if you guys liked the video, please drop a like for us. And if you guys have any problems with what we've talked about and you want to debate about it, or you have anything of information that we may have missed and want to give it to us,
Anything to
please
add.
drop it in the comments. Anything you guys want to say, just drop it in the comments for us. We read everything every week.
Or hit us up in the Discord.
And hit us up in the Discord. And if you're new and you guys like these kind of topics, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because the subscription doesn't really mean anything these days anymore. And
the notification bell is still broken as well.
Yeah, that's still broken as well. But we'll catch you guys in the next respawn.